You already heard it. This is James Jones, and we here with Yurptv.
Yes, sir.
Call me Quasimodo. Ha, 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 ha. Bitch, we finna pop. Ha, 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 ha. Bitch, we finna pop. Ha, 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 ha. Bitch, we finna pop. Ha, 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 ha. Bitch, we finna grind, skill, talent. I've been up a hill, still.
I created a place called the Land of Rigor. If you look Rigor up, R-E-G-U-R, it means black soil. So I created this particular place of where this family runs to. And when they get to this land, and when they actually step foot on this soil, everything is given back to them. Their culture, their language, who they are, their true identity. So the question you asked me again, the plot, what is it about, James? It's about identity. You know, it's about identifying ourselves within ourselves and really digging in and knowing the power of who we are. Because the family on the end become royal. The family on the end own the land. They was the kings and the queens. The people that was already there was just waiting for their arrival.
You got white people in that saying nigga?
Yeah, there's plenty of them. There are plenty of them. It had to be, I mean, we got to keep it real, you know, because back then they was doing those things. And I got to say, even with some of my actors like Miss Tina, bless her heart, Brian Ward, who plays the overseer, them guys, phenomenal actors.
Of course.
But they had Brian pulled me to the side. I was like, man, I don't feel uncomfortable because majority of my cast is black, you know, and I had to pull them aside. I said, oh, chill, man. You know, I said, it's cool. We understand the art here. At least I do. It's a hard art. It's a hard art, but I understand the art.
Yeah.
So you're not offending me, bro.
I got you.
You know, all I need you to do is become Billy, right? I know who Brian is, right? If I ever thought that Brian was Billy, you wouldn't be on my set. Trust me. But I know who Brian is. But I want you to be Billy right now. And after a few talks, Miss Tina here and there, getting her to do more slapping in the face, like she hated that. Yeah, she had
to slap people.
She had to slap people, yeah.
No, literally do a physical slap.
No, it wasn't literally slap. You know, we had to practice and all that. But it was...
Did you have what's they call them? Stunt devils and stuff like that?
Nah, we didn't. A lot of it, man, was what we learned and just kind of right there on the set, just creating, man, you know, and try not people getting hurt. You know, that was my main priority, you know, by being on set. But we had fun. It was awesome. Everybody had a good time. No one was offended by it, man. And we all understood what the bigger cause was.
So,
yeah.
What was the turnout like, man, when you put it on Carmichael? What is it? Carmichael Field?
You mean Regal? Regal in Greenville?
Regal.
Man, it was, I knew it was going to be big.
I get Carmichael.
Carmichael's got bought out. Mm-hmm. I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't know it was going to be great. That's the difference. And I think that's the difference in where we, you know, where the High Supreme, where the way his big is not our big. And because I seen it all the way through from 2 years ago, I seen it.
Yeah, you had a full theater, bro. I watched literally, I saw you speak.
Yeah.
I saw all those people because, like, when you first looked at it, because Rob H shot the...
Yep. Right.
We are royalty. But I saw it when he shot it at first, and then it was like, it was a lot of people. Probably
Right.
12 people.
Right.
Beginning of the footage.
Right.
When you got to speak, I was like, yo, y'all theater full of people.
Right. And
dope,
and it was so dope, man, because the GM there, named Brandon, good guy, man. This guy really took care of this fam, took care of the people that was surrounded by this fam, and made this dream come true when it came down to this premiere. And at the end of the day, he told me, he said, bro, you know, he told me don't be surprised. I was like, wow, what? And this is during the premiere. He said, don't be surprised if corporate calls me back and tell me, they need your showing back up here. Because he said, I got to tell you. He said, since all the other movies that's been coming out since we opened, we haven't had a full theater. And that's the thing. Theater has, theaters itself, not just here, but theaters itself has taken a big hold financially because of COVID.
Yeah, they were renting out theaters.
Right. You know, and just getting people to come back out again is what they're trying to do. So seeing it a full house, then we made them a lot of money.
No word.
You know what I mean? We made them he told me we made them a lot of money at the concession stand. So it was all nothing but love, man. It was a beautiful sight to see, bro. I was in tears, man, but I was holding it back, though.
How did that feel, man? Just people watching your film, man, everybody showing up, man. It seemed like you wanted to cry in the preview, bro.
Most definitely, man, because I was in an emotional state, man, because I was still trying to come down because I stay so busy. It doesn't hit me until after fact. You know, I'm home and then I'm, you know, chilling. And then it hit me like, yo, you know what you just did? You know what just happened? But
I'm definitely proud of you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. It was beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
No one's accomplished that in the city before yet, man. You know?
Yeah.
I like the slogan, man. That's
people. That's it.
You know,
That's it.
People look at us like we're regular.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're underestimating this guy, man.
There you go.
When I first interviewed you, you're like, this is James.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 2
Right.
years later,
Right.
you got a whole movie in the theaters.
Oh, man.
You can't say that's just James, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You shot a movie and it's been in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you know, if you called to do great things.
Yeah.
See, back and forth from 2014 to 2017, I would come down here frequently, visiting family, right? So every time going back to Atlanta, we'll take 285. Anyone familiar with going to 285, it takes you all through Atlanta and wherever and we stayed in Kennesaw and whatnot. So every time I would see this billboard up, and this billboard would say, or would state up there, what legacy are you leaving? ? So I would always ask myself that in the inside when I would see it. And then that last time I seen it when we was heading home, I saw that sign. I said, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And I know what I'm gonna leave because I got 4 girls, 1 on the way now, you know, so I got 5 girls. Got 5 girls coming, man. So I want to be able to leave something for them that they would know that, hey, Daddy did this and we have this, right, you know, so, and this is owned by him. We have ownership. So, you know, I think that's my thing, man, just wanting to do beyond what people expect you to do, right? They say the sky's the limit. And I used to hear that and I used to agree, but now I don't. Because the thing is, it's not fact. The sky's not the limit because we know scientifically facts that beyond the sky is what? You have galaxies up there. You got planets up there, right? We got it's a whole nother universe up there, homie. So never limit yourself by saying the sky. Reach beyond those planets, man, because you'll never know what's in you that needs to be pulled out of you.
Back to that, man. Yeah, give yourself a hand, man. You did that, man. Show that.
Oh, man. Oh, that's all right.
You did that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really proud of you, though, man. Like,
thank you, bro.
Like, you made a post. You know, I'm not going, niggas call it dick riding, whatever they call it, but I really, I care about my people, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, nothing but love.
People that give me their time on the platform.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
You don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? But that you do this, share your story with me.
Right.
It motivates me, bro, because it's hard to find individuals who are innovative these days.
Right.
And don't look at themselves like they're boxed in.
True.
That's how all my homies, well, not all my homies, but a lot of guys that I deal with, they're boxed in with what they do. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
They can be so much greater, though.
Right.
You shouldn't have to be the first and only person to be putting movies out.
Oh, no. And I won't. Yeah. And I won't be. I think that's...
Now, but people see it's possible.
Right. And that's the thing, right? I tell my cast can vouch for this. Twan, you know him personally, he can vouch for. James always said that this is way bigger than a movie, right? This is more of just a show in a show proof in the pudding, and I'm trying to show you what is possible, right? So when one man sees that another man can do something, 9 out of 10 he's going to try.
Sure.
So that's has been always my, putting out there into the universe what I want you to see. I want not just you, I want your daughter to see. I want them to be able to see like, hey, bro, regardless of where you are, this city here, you bigger than this city. You talked about a box that your friends was in. You too big for a box, man. You got to step out of that box. And when you know that you can step out of that box and be able to create whatever you want, you can. Out of this tongue that we have, man, we speak life and death. Which one were you going to choose, right? So we got to speak that life. We got to speak that existence of whatever you want. You want Yurptv to be in the nationals, be called out by BT Awards and all that. It will, and it shall be as long as you believe it.
For sure. Yeah.
Because if everybody else and what they think about Yurp or freedom of NC is irrelevant, the true source and the seed is in you.
Sure.
All you have to do is apply the principle.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
That's dope, man. Who did you look to for inspiration for this film? Other than self, obviously, and family. Like, you know any directors?
I really don't. I mean, besides the young guys I met, and they was more videographers. I would say Spike Lee. I was a big Spike Lee watcher. I still am. A big Spike Lee watcher. My mother from Bronx, New York. So, like, I used to remember watching a Spike Lee film. First film. What is it? What is the very first film? Got to do the right thing. Right? Do the right thing. And I fell in love with it. And I remember I used to get in trouble for watching that tape over and over and over. And I believe the actual tape itself, it broke, it snapped or whatever. Because I watched it, put it in the VCR for too many times. But even back then, I didn't know that's what I was going to love to do, being a filmmaker like that. At that time, I was just enjoying the film, living the moment as a child, just growing up and seeing that. And it was fascinating to me. But one of the things that Spike does that some of the directors, not all, I can't speak of all because we have a lot of great directors like Ava DuVernay and whatnot, but he used a lot of reality things, truth that we go through, especially in the Black communities. He did it then, back in 92 with Malcolm X and like the Crooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Like how many of us can be able to relate to that? You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to take a bit of what he did and just add it to myself because those are the type of films that I'm into, stuff that we can be able to build from. You come and watch my movie, I want you to be able to take from one of those actors or actress.
When's the next showing? Next
showing, man, as of now, we are trying to get more showings in. Wilmington last showing was on the 21st. We had a 4-day show. Yeah, it's a lot of great films that came from Wilmington area. So the lady that actually runs that particular theater works under Stone Theaters, and they actually own over 200 theaters. So she told me, I'm going to give your film a test run before we even, if we're going to make a deal or if we're not. And it all depends on how people is going to receive your film. And that's what that 4-day run test was, to see how it was going to run or whatnot. And if they was going to really take that risk and give me 200 screens. And their 200 screens range anywhere from North Carolina and South Carolina as well. Yeah.
That's dope, man. So Wilmington wasn't like as big as Greenville. Greenville's your hometown. So
right. It wasn't, and the reason why one of the lackness of film as well, and for any other filmmakers who's out there doing it or trying to do it or whatnot, you must have a marketing plan, right? And even though I had a marketing plan in EPK, I didn't have Sony money to back those things up. So when you see a new film or a major film that comes out, if it's by Sony, Disney, or whatever, it's not just being advertised on your TV. It's advertised on millions of TVs. And that takes money to do. And that was something I didn't have. You know what I mean? So I just had to go in and just kind of say, okay, boom, I need some investors. I need some people who believe in this film so we can kind of kickstart this thing. So that's where we are now. We had to stand still. It wasn't a yay or nay yet. She haven't got back with me to let me know if we got those 200 screens. So we're just hoping the best. And if not, I'm still not stopping. You know, we still got a whole distribution line that we got to look for, you know, of getting it out there on the platforms for others to be able to see it without going to a theater. You know, so we're trying to get it on Hulu, Amazon, Amazon Prime, Philo.
Try Tubi TV?
What's that?
Tubi TV?
Tubi TV.
I got a homegirl that's been on a movie on Tubi.
On the Tubi, and that's mostly,
that's
and that's an all black.
No, it's free. It's a free platform.
Oh, it's a free platform. Is it more focused on black films?
There's a lot of black films up there,
but it's you're okay. I'm gonna definitely look into that because we actually have the we got a Tubi app that's on my TV, and we watch Tubi all the time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
yep, I watch it all the classic joints, right?
Yeah, all the
yep,
classic joints.
Yep, yep.
So what's next, man? For Freedom of NC, James Jones. What's the media joint called again?
What's that?
The media.
James Jones Enterprise Media Group. Well, that's basically just anything that I deal with pertaining, you know, if I'm doing videos, weddings and things of that nature. I have an LLC, the James Jones Enterprise Media Group. And then the Bear Hugs basically came, where's on the back? Where's up here? That's right there is my cousin, who passed 2 years ago. You know, and
He is all right. Like, please.
Nah, man. This is everything I make, man. I make everything, man. So, but, you know, just basically putting Bear Hugs out there, putting more content out there. So, yes, I've been definitely thinking and brainstorming and putting that pen to the paper on what's next, man. You know,
so what is next? What you got? Got another movie in the making?
Definitely another movie in the making. Don't want to talk too fast on it. I've been more focusing on just, I guess, everything that's coming along with Freedom of NC, you know what I'm saying? And that's where my head's been really more focused in. And when I do have time, I'm jotting some things down, but we pretty much definitely got something lined up right after this film, man. Most definitely.
That's a bet, man. Let me get some encouraging words, man, for new filmmakers, new directors. You know what I'm saying? People looking to jump into that lane that you just pretty much shot through, man.
Right, man. If you want it, do it. You know, me, I didn't start with anything. Quasi could tell you, man, I only had a phone. It started with a phone, you know, and what you can do with that phone, it has basic stuff that almost what a camera actually has, rack focus and all that good stuff. And when I did get an actual camera, I just kind of knew those things from what I've learned from my phone, and then it just kind of became part of me. But for anyone that wants to become a filmmaker or whatever they're doing, or just wanting to do whatever they want to do it. Like, there's no excuse, you know, no money can stop you from what your dream is. No money, what people say, because you're going to have those people that's going to just kind of deteriorate you from where you're trying to go. You don't let them do that, man. But stay focused, hard work and consistent. There's times I stayed up late night hours, loss of sleep, man. And it was a lot of work. And what people don't see is they don't see the work. They want
we just show them the glamour.
Yeah, they want the reward, or they want to be a part of that reward, but they don't see the work that goes into it. You know what I mean? Another thing, you know, circle yourself around like-minded people that thinks the way you do. And not only people that see your dreams and want to flow with your dreams, but also surround yourself with people who believe in you, because that goes a much more longer way, man. Because when you got people that believe in you, regardless of your dreams or your vision or whatever, and just say if it don't happen, those are the same ones that's going to be by you.
A conversation with my man, and you know, the more people you let around you, the more they kind of lose respect for you.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? When you spread your wings too far, like people will get close to you.
Right.
When they first meet you, they'll be a super fan.
Right.
Like, people will meet you right now, like, yo, y'all feeling and see y'all.
Right.
Oh, man.
Right.
They get close to you, be around for 2 or 3 months, and they feel like y'all equal.
Gotcha.
Now, like, you could do a Freedom of NC today or something, you know?
Right.
But
you got a lot of them.
Yeah, you got a lot of them.
Yeah. What they call it? Imitators. Yeah. Imitators, you know. I mean, hey, sometimes you got to be You got to look at them, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to try to imitate you. But that doesn't mean that they're going to try to copy you and try to. It's not going to be, because for one thing, it wasn't theirs, you know, so it's not going to flow the same way. So do what you have to do. Apply that pressure. That's been my new word, and create, you know. That's anybody, you know. How do you get from here to here? I created it, you know, created my own reality and what I wanted to see. And most of all, I spoke it. I spoke those things in existence. I didn't have a lot of money, man.
You don't count.
Right.
You and your wife come to the airport?
Yeah, most definitely. I already told her about it, brother. I ain't tell nobody else because you told me not to tell nobody. But yeah, I already told. But you know, at the end of the day, man, I appreciate you and what you're doing. I've been watching you too, and I've seen. Well, the last thing I seen of you was my cousin Brian, but I seen it not from your page. I seen him sharing it, and I loved it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't share no more interviews, man.
Okay.
Everybody to get their own views, because you know I had a Yurptv252.
Got you.
Yurptv252 just off interviews.
Got you.
I didn't want to.
Kind of be,
I didn't want to be biased.
I get it. And the beautiful thing that you're doing, because we need people like you doing that to recognize the ones that feel like they not, you know, the ones that's out here doing something, but they don't get enough knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
all deserve to get knowledge, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a superstar celebrity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's people right here that inspire me every day.
True.
Even though the city gets aggravated sometimes.
Very.
Being around these people.
Yeah, man.
I look for inspiration through people like you,
Yeah.
Brian Carr, and Tron Sharp. It's people that around here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That I really look at, I'm like,
Right.
man, that dude gonna be something, or that dude gonna do something. And
Right.
those people are changing the narrative.
There you go, man.
But let everybody know where they can find you on social media, bro.
Man, James Jones. You can find me. You can actually Facebook.com/official James Jones, Instagram, Freedom of NC. You know, at Freedom of NC. Same thing for the Freedom Facebook group chat as well. So
that's the bet, man. So look, man, I appreciate the combo, bro.
Man, it's nothing but love.
Hey, man, those that are watching, make sure you follow James Jones on all his platforms, man. Make sure you support his movie, Freedom of NC. That's on. Is it out on any platforms yet?
No, it's not on any streaming platforms. Nope.
Got that coming in the future.
Yep, got that coming. Yep.
Yeah, you can actually look up reviews and things on the IMDb link, right?
Yep.
All right, bet. So that's Freedom of NC. Make sure you follow all his platforms. Those that are watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Yurptv252.com. Get you some merch. Stop trying to be cheap, bitch.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, my boy.
What you doing, Quasi? Shit. Working on my bankroll. Trying to flip it cause I'm tired of the same mode. Getting richer on these niggas, that's my main goal. Shit. What you doing, Kelly? Stacking, trying to lay low. My amigos say I'm at them brand new level. Know the devil